Hi, it's Russ from Pro Tools Expert, and I've got myself a copy of the new Waves J37 tape emulation from Abbey Road Studios. So it's a collaboration between Waves and Abbey Road Studios, and this is their J37 tape machine, and it gives you the vintage tape of #1 tape machine. You can go and watch the video, the story behind it on the Waves site, with a couple of the team from Abbey Road talking about it. And what they've managed to do is get 3 original reels of 888, 811 and 815 tape, and then model those on this exact machine, get it set up in the different settings that it has with different biasing, 7.5 and 15 IPS bias settings as well are there. And then you can use it across your multi-tracks and also on stereo tracks as well. So it gives you the best of both worlds. As an added option on this as well, an added advantage, it also offers you tape delay, which isn't always seen on some of the other tape emulations for people like Slate and Universal Audio. So it's worth trying out. I thought I'd give it a good show and tell and give you my thoughts on it, let you hear it as well. So I've got it across tracks here. I've got it on kick, snare, hats, some rooms, some overheads, a DI Trillion bass guitar, a recorded electric guitar, and across the masters as well. And then I've got it as a tape delay across the guitar tracks as well, just to show you in action. So I'll show you it first, give you, as I say, a quick show and tell. So on the left-hand side here, we have our tape formulas, 3 of them there. And if you click on anything, you'll see like a yellow ring around whatever you're working on. Then you can just choose one within the ring. And the speed is here, so between 7.5 and 15 IPS. And then we have the bias here, and you see when you go to different settings, the bias changes as well. So on 7.5, you've only got the normal bias, and on 15, you've got +3 and +5. Then we have the levels here. Some people might miss these at the start, but this is where you get the in and the out, and that's where the saturation will occur. If you pull that right back, then it will you will watch it change. So as that goes back, that goes up on the out. So it stays basically at unity gain, but as you push it, you get more saturation going that way and less going that way. So that's how you get the saturation sorted out as well. And you can also, as you can see, they're tied at the moment, and so that's worth doing, and that's why it's doing that unity gain. But if you turn them off, then you can push the saturation and the output will go up. So on the whole, I tend to leave it in so that you don't have this deception of the volume getting louder or quieter, or something weird's going on. So the next thing is then is the delay, and we have the delay time there, but you can sync it, and if you sync it, then you get a drop down of all the different settings you have there. And on the bottom then, we have the modeled types of tracks, the wow, the flutter, the noise level, the saturation, the in and out meters, and then the delay as well with high pass, low pass, using it as a slap delay or with feedback, and that can get mad. You can get some really cool kind of freaky effects there, sort of LSD style. And then you can either use it in insert mode or send a return mode. So I'll show you in action. Let me see what I've got it here at the moment. I think I was messing around then with the one that we have on the master, so I'll just go back to that again. And there's a great set of presets, and the best place to start is actually using some of the presets, because the presets are excellent. So give you a kick drum first. Let's have a listen to that with this on it. Now you can hear there the saturation's really pushing in on that. Hear it crushing the bottom end there. If you wanted to pull that back a bit, then what you'd do, we could go into this mode here. Hear the crushing stopping, or push it back in. So you can really, if you wanted to put it on loops and do some really mad stuff and use it as a really seriously intense effect. It's gone to snare now. So I've got the mastering setting on this. More subtle on the kick drum was. And sometimes it's worth just leaving them in for a bit and just letting them. If you kind of click between bypass and effect, then you won't hear it. Often what you need to do is leave it in. And then try it. And you, as I say, you can go through the presets and try them. So you could try one of these, so like retro modern overhead. You can hear now a lot of the attack's gone on that. And the hats. The room. You can really hear the room opening up there. And the overheads. And again, some saturation coming into the mid-range there. Much cleaner there. Some clipping at the top end as well then. So the bass guitar. Hear the break up there at the low mids. And again, if you want, you could really push that harder. Or clean it up the other way. Let's get to our guitar now. Can really hear the high mids opening up there. That's what it tends to do with a lot of this stuff. It tends to open it back up, and that's partly what the saturation is doing there. So if we now put the whole track in, first we'll go for the drums first. Let's just quickly get those mixed again because we started messing with them a bit. Let's take that back out now then, so that's all in at the moment. Now, one thing straight away you'll hear, if you put a pair of headphones on, is the noise. Which, of course, has been modelled as well. Of course, you can bring that back out of stuff, so you want to take the noise out a bit. If you want to kind of have the best of both with some digital and then lose the noise as well, just drop it all back there. So let's put the rest of the whole sound in now. We've got the master coming as well. So if we now hear the master with its settings. So let's go the other way and let's turn it all off the regular tracks and just have the master bus running with this. And again, you can hear it really tightening up that bottom end. Try the second one. So it's high frequency smoothing with a round bottom. It's the J-Lo setting. You can hear it really opening up there at the top end. And the stereo imaging slightly shifting there. Try the next mastering one. much grungier. Let's take that snare back a bit, actually. You can hear how much it's affecting some of these mixes. Again, hear that snare coming up. Let's look at the tape delay now. So I'll put it on this guitar. So down in this section here, as I say, we're using it in sync mode. So if I put it on now and hear this guitar with it. It's a really nice tape delay. So we've got the level out. Got a high pass and low pass filters. Get it really grungy. Nothing hardly there now. It's very nice. So I've got this in send and return mode rather than insert mode, but there's no rules really. You can try it either way, but hear the difference that makes. And a really great load of presets as well. So we go to the delay effects in send and return. So we'll do some I'll say some mad stuff. Some really nice effects there. Even some fuzzbox emulations. And even this guitar amp is nice. Emulating the amp being in a room. See that in context. Again, if I want to put that in sync, I could then go to like 1/8. Some pretty long ones as well, 1/4. Then in feedback mode, it just goes mad. So as you can see, some pretty good sort of remix kind of stuff there. So I think on that note, I'm going to go back to the guitar that I had before, the guitar one, which is really, really nice. Put that back in. Put this back in the mix as well. Back out again. And back in. Now what I've done is I've used some presets to really let you hear it in action. Some of them are really subtle. You can get right back and just hear just minor differences. So it's well worth downloading the demo and giving it a try. I think that they've done a great job of it. Of course, it's an Abbey Road product, so it's got the heritage of Abbey Road with it. And secondly, to have the additional tape delay, which isn't just a sort of add-on, it really does have some really great tools in there, and it sounds really good. I think it sounds great. Download this and give it a try yourself, and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.